I believe we all have the capacity to heal ourselves. That each and every one of you, at some point in your life, have witnessed your body's amazing healing capabilities, whether it was from a cut, a fracture, or even an infection. I believe you know your body better than anyone else, and that if you listen quietly, you know exactly what your body needs at every moment of your life. Every single one of us, at some point in our lives, are going to be faced with a health crisis, questioning everything that we're doing regarding our health. Maybe it's because you're dealing with a health issue or someone you love is dealing with a health issue. And regardless of how well you were eating, how much you were exercising, how much you were doing the right things, there will come a point where there might not be an answer that will satisfy you. When my son at 2 years old was diagnosed with febrile seizures, it represented a low point in my life. I thought we did everything we were supposed to do to raise a healthy family, and yet there was no explanation. I felt like I failed as a father and as a natural health practitioner. How was I supposed to keep my patients and their families healthy if I couldn't even keep my own family healthy? But it was during this low point in my life that I was presented with a moment of clarity. I realized that just because the answers weren't in front of me at that time, it didn't mean that they weren't out there somewhere for me to uncover. And so I made a decision. I decided that I was going to learn as much as I could to find the answers when it comes to health and healing. And it was on this journey that perhaps some of you are on right now that I was lucky enough to discover a revolutionary new health perspective. Dr. Hammer's research on the science of German new medicine. G&M is a complete scientific system that explains the cause, the development, and the natural healing of diseases based on 5 biological laws of nature. It's based on this premise that whatever is happening to us at a physical level, at the organ level, was initiated by changes at the brain level, and that those brain levels changes were triggered by an impact in the brain from an unexpected conflict that affected our psyche. The beauty of G&M is that it finally allows us to understand why we get the symptoms that seem to come out of nowhere, that seem to be unexplained, that there's an emotional component that most of us have never looked at before, and that Dr. Hammer, over 40 years of research, has identified and mapped out the brain as it relates to our physiology and our psychology. The beauty of this is that it's entrenched in the science of embryology and human evolution, and that we can now, for the first time, not only have control over our ability to resolve our conflicts, but can be less afraid when it comes to our symptoms when we understand that they're based on biological conflicts that we experience in our lives. My main objective, whether it's in any clinical interaction or whether it's an online consultation or even in a live presentation or workshop, is to provide you with information that is going to minimize your fears around your health, and it's going to empower you to realize that you are in charge, that you are the expert of your body. We need to bring your awareness to that event as potentially the trigger that initiated this biological program that leads to your current symptoms, to change your perspective, to provide you with strategies and techniques and tools in order to look at that situation differently. I believe in your ability to heal yourself.